Shri Krishna. So today we are going to see the nakshatra MOOLA. MOOLA is the 19th nakshatra of the Lord. We know that the 27 nakshatras are Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, Mrigashira, Adra, Punarvasu, Pushya, Ashlesha, Makha, Pubba, Uttara, Hasta, Chitta, Swati, Vishakha, Anuradha, Jyeshtha, Moola, Purvashada, Uttarashada, Shravan, Dhanishta, Shatabhisha, Purvabhadra, Uttarabhadra and Revati. So, today we are going to see the nakshatra MOOLA of the Lord. MOOLA is the 19th nakshatra which signifies power, prestige and destruction, self-destruction, etc. We know that MOOLA nakshatra being the 19th nakshatra, in numerology too, 19 is the symbol of prestige and power, and MOOLA signifies destruction of prestige and power. So it seems to be somewhat contradictory, but still there are a few things that we are supposed to see when you see here's our thief. Okay, back to the video. Ouch! Nothing with me. So now we shall continue with the nakshatra MOOLA. So MOOLA nakshatra is the nakshatra of spiritual realization and the galactic sun, as we know. Also MOOLA nakshatra, the 27 nakshatras, the ones ruled by Mercury and Ketu, the 6 nakshatras ruled by Mercury and Ketu are known as the most dangerous nakshatras. These 6 nakshatras are Ashwini, so Revati and Ashwini, Ashlesha and Makha, and Jyeshtha and Moola. So these nakshatras are especially very dangerous when it comes to a child being born in the first and the last pada of Revati, first pada of Ashwini, last pada of Ashlesha, first pada of Makha, last pada of Jyeshtha, first pada of Moola. Abhigya, stop your misbehavior. So these are called the Vriksha Sandhis, which are very dangerous for birth of children, especially these padas. But this Gandamoola nakshatra is generally, it's good if it's in the other way, but still there is good things in the 4th pada of MOOLA. The first 3 padas becomes a problem to people. The 4th pada is good. So let's see why MOOLA nakshatra is known as almost the most dangerous nakshatra of all the nakshatras. MOOLA nakshatra, there is something called Abhukta Moola Sandhi at the middle of Jyeshtha 4th pada and Moola 1st pada. That means the MOOLA nakshatra has not got its sufficient share. Abhukta Moola Sandhi, the most dangerous sandhi of the astrological sandhis, is called Abhukta Moola Sandhi, and this sandhi is the worst sandhi in regard to birth. Tulsidas was born in this sandhi, and we know what happened in his life to his parents and whoever took care of him. Even the maid servant who took care of him died. People born Abhukta Moola Sandhi are generally very unfortunate, but if they seem to be living, if they live, then they will be very great and happy and prosperous in their life. But if the baby dies, then the Ayush has itself gone. Where is the yoga of being happy and prosperous in life? Same in regard to Chaturdashi, Amavasya, eclipse, etc. So, Shanti Prayoga of the nakshatra after 27 days when the nakshatra repeats has been given in the Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra. So after reading the Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra, where it says remedies for Abhukta Moola Sandhi or Vriksha Sandhi birth, then we are supposed to do these remedies when, for example, the child is born in Abhukta Moola Sandhi. We of course can't do the Parihara at the exact moment when the child is born. When it's 27 days old or when the nakshatra repeats again, the second Moola nakshatra comes. Then the Shanti Prayoga is to be done by learned people in the right samskaras. So these samskaras are all there properly in our Vedas, Shastras, and people who are learned rightly in astrology also know these samskaras. They are supposed to know it, and this should be done. And after doing this, they must pray to all the demigods, devatas, to keep the child safe so that there is no Sadhyo Marana Yoga or immediate death after birth. So this is about Moola nakshatra. Why is Moola seemingly so dangerous, so horrible of all the nakshatras, which is self-destructive tendency? That is because of Abhigya. That is because of its Nirriti lordship. Nirriti gives this influence of the destruction, self-destruction, self-destroy. So all of these things, that is because of Nirriti, the goddess of destruction, the goddess of enmity, the goddess of total problems. And Abhigya, I think you are influenced by Moola nakshatra today. Very serious one. So, this nakshatra Moola is ruled by Nirriti. Nirriti, the goddess of destruction, the goddess of death, the goddess of all dangerous kinds of problems happening in our life. That is ruled by Nirriti, the goddess of destruction, who is also the goddess of the southwest direction. That's why we call our southwest direction of all the plots as Nirritya, where only dirty work should be done. The goddess of destruction resides here, who is known as Nirriti, and therefore she gives all these evil effects to the star Moola. Moola means the root. First, let's come to the root cause of all the nakshatras. That's Moola. Moola is ruled by the Rakshas, and this Moola nakshatra goes to the root of all things. It goes to the most primitive way of survival. People who are very expert survivalists, they might have this nakshatra, because these people go to the root. We actually survive on rice, grains, etc. But these people can live on just roots. Moola nakshatra people, that's a speciality of them. They go to the root of the problems. They go to the root for the solution. Root. Everything has its main problem and solution in the root is what these people believe. Moola nakshatra is generally very important in Ayurveda. Moola gives the expression of somebody who knows the root cause of something. We might know astrology, we might know Ayurveda, we might know numerology, we might know palmistry, we might know the Bible, we might know the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, we might know all these special and wonderful texts. But still, nobody has been able to get to know about the significance, the root, the important message given in each one of the sciences, the spiritual books, etc. There is nobody who has still got to know the Moola or the root of or foundation of the entire world. That is the middle of the world. That is Vishnu. That is the Lord. That's the supreme God. You might call him as Jehovah. You might call him as Allah. You might call him also as Shiva. You might call him as God. You might call him as anything. But he is one. He is the thing that controls the entire universe. He is the foundation that we are not able to see. We might build a foundation for the house, but it's impossible to know after building the house how the foundation was unless you have clicked the camera photo. How will you be able to see at the present with a 100-tower building what is the foundation of the building that you have built? Unless you see the photo of the foundation. If not that, how will you even know what's the foundation? If there's no photo for a foundation in all the shastras, sciences, etc., how will you know where is the foundation? Most sciences have their root, the root cause, that is the supreme. Moola nakshatra explains this. It is the root, it's the root cause which might be not that great to hear. It might be the irritating root cause, but still it is the root cause. Sometimes the truth seems to be not pleasant, and sometimes it seems to be too pleasant. Sometimes it seems to be sad, but the truth is the same. So nakshatra Moola signifies the root of all living beings, all living creatures, and all the important things that we have in this world in regard to creation and creative prowess. So there is something called a ghatika. So we know that the ghati is 24 minutes. 24 minutes at the beginning of the nakshatra, 24 minutes, so for Revati nakshatra, the last 24 minutes and the first 24 minutes of Ashwini nakshatra are considered a gandanta. And the children born in this destroys for children until they're 6 years old, their life will be finished. But if they survive above the age of 4 or 6, no matter what comes in the middle, they will live. They will become a king with millions of elephants and horses. In modern day, we can say high position, biggest position in life, they will rise to if they are in this. In case you have any affliction to Moola star, there are a few things to do that I have noted down. When any planet that you have an affliction is transiting the Moola star, it begins to give the worst effects of Moola star. And that's why a planet transiting in Moola nakshatra gives these effects. In case Sun is transiting in Moola nakshatra and you have got a problem with the Sun, for example Sun and Saturn in Moola nakshatra, or Saturn in Gemini aspecting Sun in Moola, etc. problems, then when the Sun is transiting Moola nakshatra, then chant Aditya Hridayam Stotra daily and worship Lord Shiva. Actually, I have made a video on Aditya Hridayam and how to use Aditya Hridayam. Some people just go, they just say it in the top, come down. That's not the way. We must say in the right way, and that is called perfect Aditya Hridayam. Worship Lord Shiva, that's the second thing. Moon. If moon has a problem with Moola nakshatra, mostly moon will have a problem here because it's a Abhukta Moola Sandhi. And if Saturn, etc. is with the moon, if Mars is with the moon, if Venus is with the moon, which is in an enemy's place, or anything like that, if there's an aspect to the moon in that particular place, if Rahu conjunct Mars or Mars conjunct Ketu is present with the moon, any of these evil planets in evil conjunctions etc. are present with the moon, or Jupiter and Ketu are in evil places and moon is in Moola, then this will give a horrible effect on the person. This will make the person self-destructive. We shall see that later. But recite Annapurna Kavacha and worship Gauri for this, so that your problems all go away, they disappear. Annapurna Kavacha is very important, and Gauri is the Adhidevata of Chandra. Mars, for Mars, recite Kartikeya mantra. That is Om Saravana Bhava Ya Namaha. So Saravana Bhava or Shradavana Bhava is the Lord Kartikeya. It's like Saravana Bhavan. So next is, if Mercury has a problem, Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra and Buddha Stotra have to be said. Every night practice Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra. And also Buddha Stotra, Priyangu Kalika Shyamam Rupena Pratimam Buddham Saumyam Saumya Gunopetam Tam Buddham Pranamamyam. This stotra should be chanted. And after this, for Jupiter, recite Shri Rudram and Guru Bija mantra. Om Jram Jrim Jraum Sah Gurave Namaha is the it's called a Bija mantra for Guru. So chant this 108 times every Thursday when any planet is transiting over Moola nakshatra, since this is the time when a person will get immense problems. And above this, all of these things, worship the cow and the crow. Crow should be given the food that you eat. For example, I'm going to make a video on how to feed the crow etc. with the correct mantras. So there is a particular way to do everything, and that only gives the effect. You simply go and give with bhakti also, there is an effect. But if you do with bhakti, with the mantras, with everything, surplus effect will come into being. So in case Venus has a problem, Venus will have a problem here 100% because it's in an enemy's place, and that too if it has evil aspects again. It's not that only there will be a problem. Venus in this place with an enemy's aspect etc. will make big problems. It's actually Uchchabhilashi, but the problem is that it will have problems since this is enemy's place. Jupiter's placement should be seen and the aspects etc. should be seen on Venus. So Drishti Bala should be seen. And we know that Durga Chalisa is there. We must chant that. Shukra Stotra. More than chanting Durga Chalisa etc. Chant a Sanskrit Stotram of Durga. And this proves to be more beneficial than anything. A Sanskrit one will give you the perfect things out, because this is the most greatest science. It is a language, it is an art, everything comes in Sanskrit. Once you know Sanskrit, life is very easy to know other branches of knowledge. For example, there has been a research in which Sanskrit has been shown to improve math skills in children and all of those things. Nowadays children say, I can't do the math, they say, but then some parents say, don't do Sanskrit, you're not supposed to do Sanskrit, etc. So that becomes a problem. Try chanting most of these stotrams, even if they might be Hindi. If you do with bhakti, everything gives effect. Yes, so if you don't do with bhakti, that's the problem. If you don't do with mantras, that is also a half problem. Saturn. In case Saturn is in Moola nakshatra, also it gives very bad effects. Because we say that Ketu is the south node, Rahu is the north node. Rahu resembles Saturn, Ketu resembles Mars. Mars and Ketu, Saturn and Rahu, Saturn and Ketu, Mars and Rahu, all of these conjunctions prove to be extremely dangerous. So Saturn in Ketu's nakshatra proves to be dangerous already. And now it is in that position. Saturn is going through Jyeshtha 4th pada, and this October or September it will transit out of this place and it will get into Moola. It's actually an Abhukta Moola Sandhi now, and at the beginning of September etc. we can predict a big problem, a national problem to arise, since there is a big chance of such things happening, especially with people who are from the caste of or politicians, you would say. People who are politicians will cause a dangerous problem in the country of ours or any country associated with this conjunction of Saturn in Jyeshtha 4th pada. So, Saturn transiting Moola nakshatra, a person considered with the problem should chant Hanuman Chalisa or Hanuman Stotra and Shani Mantra. We know Shani Mantra is Neelam Jala Samabhasam Raviputram Yamagrajam Chaya Martanda Sambhutam Tam Namami Shanaishcharam. And worship Lord Hanuman, because Lord Hanuman is Ajirivata for Shani. He gives all good effects, and generally we pray to him for bad dreams and fears to go away. Rahu Mantra Ardhakayam Mahaviram should be chanted when Rahu is transiting, because when Rahu or Ketu is transiting, we must be very careful, since Ketu transiting over this is okay, but Mars and Ketu transiting over this. Mars should not be connected with Ketu. Saturn or Mars should not be connected with any of these two nodes. If it is connected, then it's dangerous. Actually, the 9/11 tragedy had happened when Mars was conjunct with Ketu in Moola nakshatra, and that's why that happened. Of course, it is again because of these politics etc. But the main cause is this Mars and Ketu conjunction going inside Moola nakshatra, the star of destruction, Barhana Shakti. Especially Moola nakshatra, if you see the 9/11 tragedy and this Moola nakshatra is Barhana Shakti, the energy to break open and fiercely destroy etc. and ruin things. And Mars and Ketu gives a similar influence. Ketu gives detachment, destruction. So detachment is Ketu's thing. Mars is enragement and etc. Very hard feelings, and the action gets into things. So detachment action is nothing but destruction. Destruction along with the star which has the power of destruction, that is Moola nakshatra. Barhana Shakti plus Mars and Ketu's Barhana Shakti together brought out a violent outburst in that 9/11 tragedy. So I would say that for the prediction of that. And when Rahu transits this, also it creates dangerous problems. This is Ketu's nakshatra. Rahu transiting in Ketu's nakshatra will give a person a jolt in the mind. They can't understand. Rahu says desire, Ketu says destroy. No, don't want, don't want. Rahu says want, want. This want becomes a problem, don't want also becomes a problem. Rahu and Ketu make problems. So Rahu wants want and then makes a problem. Ketu don't want makes a problem. Both of these say want and don't want. Want and don't want, that becomes a joke for the person and can't do anything in life. When Rahu transits this place and the person also has a Rahu afflicted in Moola nakshatra, imagine the level of destruction they would acquire. In fact, Rahu, according to some astrologers, this is a fall for Rahu, this place, Sagittarius. So there are many things to be done. Bija mantra should be chanted, Rahu Stotra should be chanted, Lord Shiva should be worshipped, etc. should be done. So, actually, as we know, Tulsidas was born in Abhukta Moola Sandhi. We can't even say Jyeshtha or Moola. The last part of Jyeshtha. In fact, there are a few days in the Jyeshtha ends. Jyeshtha ends and and Moola starts the next morning or in the midnight. At the middle of this conjunction, that conjunction is the most intense conjunction of the fight between Indra and the Rakshasa. Fight between Indra and Rakshasa shows that there is a break open within the world itself. So this Abhukta Moola Sandhi is very dangerous. Saturn is transiting through Abhukta Moola Sandhi. Many different kinds of political changes are happening in the world. We are supposed to be very, very careful at this particular year, since there are lots of problems and they are going like Vashika Phala is just breaking open. Guru is entering Libra, it's sign of enemy place, and since it's okay, still Shani's thing has to be checked. It's going through Abhukta Moola Sandhi. Even if not, it will be in this Abhukta Moola Sandhi for many days, and till then even Jupiter, if Jupiter and Shani both transit Abhukta Moola Sandhi, that particular time we would say the Vashika Phala would break open and disasters would occur. So, let's see some things about the Moola nakshatra and what happens to people born in Moola nakshatra. First, more than knowing about the nakshatra, let's see the nakshatra lore. What is nakshatra? Nakshatra is a star, an asterism. We know that the goddess Nirriti is a goddess of destruction, the goddess of power of destruction, Barhana Shakti, the power to ruin and break things apart. Nirriti is the goddess of the southwest corner. She is a Dikpala. She controls the place of Yama, and some also say that she is residing in the kingdom of the dead or Yama's place. She is the Adhishwari and Alakshmi of that place. Alakshmi means the unfortunate, the unlucky. Alakshmi means one who does not have Lakshmi. We know Lakshmi is the goddess of fortune. Alakshmi is saying the goddess of unlucky things. Guru says Lakshmi. Ketu says detach. Lakshmi detach equals Alakshmi. We know that Ketu detaches whatever is given to it, whichever sign it goes to, and whatever particular influence it gives. If Ketu is with the sun, it destroys the sun's power to give authority. If Ketu is with Mars, it gives a destruction of peace of mind and a little mental stability. Mars denotes aggressive nature, but still a thoughtful deduction, which is represented by Mercury. If Mars and Ketu come into being, or Mars and Ketu and Mercury come into being, this person loses his stability of mind. If Ketu is with Guru, then the problem is that it destroys the Guru's karakatva, that is wealth. Wealth and detachment is equal to detachment of wealth, that is Alakshmi, not Lakshmi. So, we saw astrologically that Vastu is connected to astrology. Vastu is in fact the child of astrology. And we also know that one who studies astrology will also know the fundamentals of Vastu. We know that since Nirriti, the goddess of Moola nakshatra, presides over the southwest, Moola has Barhana Shakti, southwest also gets the same Shakti due to the lordship, the same lordship. The southwest is the most dangerous spot in regard to all of these things. The primary motivation of Moola is desire. And the jati of this nakshatra is Rakshasa. Rakshasa and desire go together as supreme desire, most desire, the greatest desire, the unfulfillable desire. What desire does Moola wish to do? Let's see that now. Moola is something that shows another sphere of life. From the beginning of Ashwini to Jyeshtha, we see that there is a change in the person's behavior, etc. And also, just a second. So the video actually increased its limit. So Moola nakshatra gives a desire of a special thing that we shall see now. That is a spiritual view of everything. A self-destructive temperament. An ending life temperament. Moola people generally do have a materially stable and wonderful life. It looks like that to us. But inside, they are searching for something which is in the outer realm, especially if Ketu or any afflicted graha is in this nakshatra. So, since this nakshatra shows an afflicted thing, these people are generally towards an outer realm, though they are consciously involved in the inner realm of life. They have a 90% observance of their mind in the outer realm. They're equal and even better than others in the material place. But their concentration is more on the outer realm of life than the inner one. They look at something that is not reachable. For example, you took a call of somebody. Hello, yeah, fine. It says not reachable after some time. How will you reach that person if you do not have any means to reach him? That is another place that is called the galactic sun. The galactic sun is the outer sphere of humanity. It is the highest part of humanity. That is the place where all spiritual things reside, and in our Shastras we call it the Hiranya Garbha. Hiranya means the gold. Garbha means the womb. The golden womb of this entire galaxy is called Hiranya Garbha. It is also called the black hole by modern scientists, but it's not proven yet. Black hole is not proven, Hiranya Garbha is proven, and Moola is proven. Nirriti is proven, Southwest is proven. Science is not yet exactly proven. When religious things and science involved, then it can easily get proven, but not the other way around. So, the 19th asterism being Moola nakshatra, this shows the tendency to break apart, do not be with the group. That is Moola. Moola flies to another sphere of humanity. It goes to the skies. It does not want to be here. It has a dangerous disposition of destroying everything. A spiritual person in Moola can grow to high extents, but a material person in Moola cannot grow to any high extent. They are materially fine, but spiritually they want something. They want the spiritual desire. That's why they self-destruct sometimes. They have these self-destructive capabilities. They destroy. Oh, just finish. I'll just destroy. Finish, destroy, kill, this, that. Man, it's so horrible. They kill everything and finally kill themselves. There have been many cases in which mothers have killed their children and then killed themselves. This is a self-destructive thing. They're addicted to things. Moola is a star of addiction also. We have different kinds of horrible addictions. Some cannot even be explained by me. So those kinds of addictions are into them, and they are into those addictions. Especially if a horrible asterism is a horrible planet is posited on this asterism, they're into drugs. Help the Moola people. They need help from everybody. There's a special way you're supposed to counsel Moola people. You can counsel Ashwini people in a negative or positive manner, it's your choice. But Moola people have a special way of counseling. Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, Mrigashira. Even Bharani has some magnetic influence of breaking Bharani Shakti. Kritika, Rohini, Mrigashira, all of these stars can be judged by their capacities of different kinds of things, by their Shaktis. But the Moola nakshatra of the Barhana Shakti, breaking open, ruining, it has more of a negative power than a positive one. Once you're bound up in a house which is going to be lit into fire, that is this modern world, would you all feel to break open the house and get out no matter how it is outside? Outside there is a water, a river with dangerous animals. Inside you are going to be lit. You know you are going to die. The outside part of the house, of course, there will be some other reason for you to die, but still, the reason might be 90%, but here it's 100%. So this ruining Shakti comes into being at that time. It also has a positive thing, but again, the negative part is, once you're forced to be inside this place, what to do? Self-destruct? Kill yourself? Suicide? No. Though Moola people do not know that much about the world, they still feel a tingling tendency that they can't live in this world. They feel that their life should be directed in some other place. They feel they do not belong here. That's the main thing. Materially, Moola people feel they have been betrayed, though they are themselves betrayers. They are not honest in their marriage generally. If Venus is afflicted, they are not at all honest in their marriage. After marriage, they are not honest to be a good husband or a wife. They are not exactly that great in that. So, that's the problem with these people most of the times. We have seen many negative things about Moola nakshatra, I suppose. And this would have given you a broken thing. When I generally researched about Moola nakshatra, when I studied articles about Moola nakshatra, when I studied books on the star and the stars, and when I also looked over to the amount of people who have these stars and their behavior, etc., I could somehow see that these people in Moola nakshatra, sometimes after researching these things, I felt that Moola is it was storming my mind, that Barhana Shakti of it also has mental influences. The more you think you have this special energy of Barhana Shakti, it gets into your body. Stop thinking that you have this, because Moola is having a very good thing also. Especially, just accept the Abhukta Moola Sandhi. Moola nakshatra of birth is really good. So let's see about Moola nakshatra. The pada 1 in Moola nakshatra. People in pada 1 in Moola nakshatra are generally having a problem, since this is Abhukta Moola Sandhi. Stomach disorder, dullness, arrogant, etc. comes. In the second pada, educated, does not speak the truth, strong body. In the third one, not active, magician, passionate. In the fourth one, well built, conquers, clever. Everywhere there is one problem in all the padas, but still the rest of it is good. Keep thinking of yourself as good. Keep thinking of yourself as a positive person. Keep thinking yourself of having a positive future. Keep thinking of yourself to be good, great, wonderful, to have a bright future ahead. Do not ever see your chart. Do not ever predict for yourself. Get your prediction done, but not ever predict for yourself, since this will give you a negative thing in your mind. Let the people who know how to predict for you. So that's about Moola nakshatra. It gives so many good effects when you use it in a good way. It again gives these self-destructive tendencies if you use it in a bad way. It actually depends on you. Drowning, choking, violent stabs and killing, shooting, death, penetrating, arrow, firing, drowning, submerging, bombing, breaking, etc. come due to Moola nakshatra. Violent accident, broken bones, like your bones just blast open, or there are some accidents that have happened in Mumbai when a few bombs were put by so-called terrorists, so it's the government itself, when some people just flew up to the sky, hit a building, broke into pieces, building wall took the shape of the person who was broken and fell in down, not a single piece to be identified, dead. Moola's power is that Barana Shakti, that means severe explosion, destruction. There is destruction necessary every time. When creation is done, there is surely destruction. When birth, there is death. When creation, destruction. When something is newly created, there is a death for it, there is a passing away time for it. Even as humans, we can't live here on this earth for millions or billions of years. We have a particular time to finish our karmas, and then that cuts there, a new life. So just like how this video is getting cut every single time I'm talking, let me check it again. 10 minutes 32. So every time I am talking here, the video gets cut sometimes. So what do I say for this? I say the video gets cut. Then you have to join it. That joining cannot be done live. Maybe the next life comes. Next life comes, and then the karmas are the joining software in the joining of the videos. I'm just giving an example kind of thing. So this kind of things will give you an example of Moola nakshatra. Moola nakshatra is the end. It's a cut. Every video here can't go about 29 minutes 59 seconds. In case it goes above that, the video recording stops immediately. There is a stop, otherwise that card is going to get full inside a camera, and then I can't record anymore. I won't even know. There should be an ending to the recording. There should be a message coming to me that the recording has been ended. So when this comes to me, that's when I know that is Moola nakshatra. That is, so apply these things in your life. Know that each nakshatra has an importance. It's not that something that just come to ruin your life. It's not come to ruin your life. It has some importance. It's coming to relieve you of your past karmas in which you have done something bad to others. Do good, do good, do good. Otherwise, these asterisms they come. You are born at the moment when all the planets are favorably posited, or most of the planets are favorably posited, or might be worst of the positions are being given to you. That is depending on your previous karmas. So never feel that any of these nakshatras are most dangerous. All the nakshatras have their own reasons to come, their own reasons to make different kinds of combinations in you. And these people are not sympathetic sometimes. Start becoming more emotionally good to all of the people around you. Start loving animals. Start looking into the eyes of the cow. Will you ever feel apathetic anytime? Will you ever feel to destroy somebody anytime? Look into the eyes of the cow. Will you ever feel to destroy anyone? Look at the problems happening in the world due to self-destructive tendencies of people. You can destruct yourself, but then cause problems to others too. Imagine all of these things and see, even though your star is totally debilitated, your planets are gone case, everything is gone, still there is something called hope in life. Encourage that every moment, every second, every microsecond. So, pros and cons. Start learning new pros and cons of different kinds of things. Know that there is always a relation to problems. So, let's see a few things Jai Shri Krishna. It became over 40 minutes, so the memory card got full. So let's start again. I was saying a few things that are important with sun, moon, ascendant, etc. in Moola nakshatra. So that's what we're going to see now. So the ascendant in Moola makes a person ambitious and independent, learned and philosophical, skilled, clever, suspicious, and they have marital turmoil. Issues with anger, health complaints are problems with ascendant in Moola people. Moon in Moola makes a person proud, attractive, fixed mind, religious mind, and gives spiritual advice, peace loving, good oratory skills. Dalai Lama actually had this star. And also wealthy, luxurious habits. They have luxurious habits and soft disposition and charitable disposition are the qualities of people born in Moon in Moola. So, for example, there is a room. You're not allowed to get out of the room. What happens to you when you're not allowed to get out of some room so you know that there is some light outside you. You know that there is some bright light which is pervading outside you. But you're tied and kept in a sack that is black in color. You cannot see the light that is outside you. Though you feel suffocated, though there's enough air, there's an oxygen back with you. But though there's lots of air inside, you're not able to feel outside your body. Like some people have this fear of suffocation. Though they are very fine, they have fear of closed spaces. I just forgot the word of that, but fear of closed spaces is what some people have sometimes. So that's what happens to these people. They're truthful also, direct, ardent, truthful and shrewd, ambitious, everything. But the only problem is they feel trapped. They feel they're being tortured and trapped in a particular place. So sun in Moola, fame, success, wealth, powerful, strong, dictatorial nature, psychic, mystic interests, athletic ability, courage, humanitarian concern, spiritual leadership. Career interests for these people are public speakers, writers, philosophers, spiritual teachers, lawyers, politicians, doctors, pharmacists, business and sales. Health issues for these people are hip and thigh problems, and sciatic nerve problems, obesity, liver problems, and mental vacillation, of course. We have seen a lot about this. Shadowy signs, infliction of pain to attain God realization. Though it is a Rakshasa, Kama nakshatra, still these people have one thing to pervade outside the room. Though they are inside the room full of this horrible quality, though they are sattva and rajas qualities, they have sattva qualities, they have lots of sattva in them, still they feel that there's something outside and I have to see it. That is their desire. And let's see why Rakshasa and Kama makes a person also spiritual too. Rakshasa is intense force. Kama is desire. Intense desire to attain spiritual realization because of sattva. Intense desire to attain spiritual realization or something that they don't know is what these people seek. Sun in Moola, as we see, career interests, health issues, and then the shadowy side now. Indulging in black magic is a problem with these people because black magic is only Barhana Shakti, ruining others. Ruining others, that's what black magic is. So these do not get into black magic at all because this will give you a problem later on. Casting spells, again the same thing. Exorcism, punishment, and even murder. Punishment and murder are nothing but you feel you're betrayed. So you can betray back somebody or you can punish back somebody in a legal way or an illegal way. Legal way would mean punishment. Illegal way would mean murder. So these people betray others, but they think that they themselves are betrayed. So they punish others in forms of legal or illegal ways. Any one of the two. So I have to see the time. I don't want it to happen again. So the legal and illegal ways of troubling somebody else is what they find as the thing to do. we have seen a lot about this nakshatra. Now we shall see Brihad Jataka's opinion on Moola nakshatra, and this will be the final one about Moola in Brihad Jataka, because Brihad Jataka is a very great and wonderful book which gives us all the things about human problems, etc., and gives us a solution too. It was written by Varaha Mihira, and we can never say that this one was not true. So let's see Varaha Mihira's opinion on this nakshatra. Moole mani dhanavan sukhi himsa sthiro bhogi. So it says Moole mani dhanavan sukhena himsa sukhi bhogi. Sthiro bhogi. Proud, rich, happy, good, steady and enjoy. Proud, of course. Rich, yes, Moola. Good, happy, steady and enjoy. All the bits are good in Moola nakshatra. See that. It gives light to a person's life. Especially if you transit the Abhukta Moola. You're born in Abhukta Moola, you're supposed to die as Sadhya Marana Yoga with moon, with malefic planets too. But still, if you don't, then you will be a person with very big army, etc. Or you might be a politician controlling military forces. Or you might be in a high position anywhere. Especially related to something of Barhana Shakti. So that's about Brihad Jataka. It says that about Brihad Jataka, and therefore it gives us a full impression of what happens to a person when they are born in Moola nakshatra. And this is a greatest opinion I feel for anything. So we have seen the resources of this. It's a big thing that we have seen now about Moola nakshatra. So thank you. Jai Shri Krishna. And I just forgot to tell you, Moola nakshatra is by the dog, so you can hear dogs are barking at the end of this nakshatra. Okay, just joking. Thanks.